Okay, so this is for the setup of the VR TV stand. First step is connect the power cord. It'll be this white power cord. Connects to the power strip in the back. Step 2, ensure that the power strip is on. Make sure the light's showing. Also, the lights for the TV stand will illuminate blue. Next step is to power the TV up. So you can either use the remote or use this controller, and you'll power up, and the TV will raise up. Now you're going to close up the back latch because you're done back here. When you come around, you'll take the camera and place it in the front. Now you'll take your Samsung remote and power the TV on. Then you'll place station power. Now make sure the Wi-Fi card is also powered on. It's currently on. So once the PlayStation is working, can you pause it? Or no?
If you have issues when you turn on the TV and the PlayStation isn't coming up,
Our PlayStation is currently on already, so it's not showing the video. So it'll be a PlayStation on, like a normal PlayStation. Turn it on, and you'll go to the Nightfall game. Once you're in the Nightfall game, you're going to get to the main screen. You're going to also ensure that before the Nightfall game comes on, you have to hit the power button on the bottom of the VR headset. Also, power button on both of the controllers. Both of the controllers have cords to charge them. When we're not using it, we should have them plugged in.
also the PlayStation, if it doesn't come on immediately, check your connections to make sure they didn't come loose. It will be plugged into HDMI 1 on the back of the TV, and then make sure your source is correct on the TV at HDMI 1. When people are playing the virtual reality game, make sure somebody's close to spot them, just in case they've never tried it before. Make sure they don't run into the TV or fall down.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you with the headset on, just so I can use the controls. So you'll go to controls, and you might have to use the controller at first, because the regular controller is turned on when you turn this on. But you'll come here and you'll switch it to these. So you go to nunchucks, and then you'll go to calibrate. When you're standing here, you might have to calibrate it with every person depending on their size. So this will be calibrated to someone my height, and you'll hold the start button, which is right here on the thumb.
You see that? Okay.
So now it's calibrated to my height, and you'll go to control. So when you do this, you'll go to new game, and you hit just the trigger button, and you'll go new game. You can select male or female. This will be where the guest is using our thing, and they're going to select male or female. So I'm going to.
You got it. Please select a specialty.
So you can just select your specialty.
Combat controllers are FAA certified air traffic.
It'll tell you a little bit about what the job does.
Calling in airstrikes.
For this, you're going to want to do training. And then you'll do level 1. I wouldn't let anybody do it more than level 1. It gets harder and harder as the levels go on.
Okay, let's do it.
So for the controls on this, I'm going to go through one game just so you can see how it works, where your arms need to be. because it's a little confusing at first. But if you have a good grasp on it, you'll be able to teach other people how to use it. So you can use these. Make sure they're in the right hands. You'll see the hand motions, and you can pick up the iPad, and it goes through the directions, right? You can push this, push the and hold the thumb, and then I'll skip through it. So before you start, you have to check your ripcord pull, which will be down here on your right hand side by your chest. And you're going to grab it with the trigger button, and you're going to pull it out and release. And that's how you release your parachute when you're jumping. So when you first jump, you're going to have your hands tight to your chest. And you're going to look down and follow the guy in the blue. And you're going to push in and out. In goes faster, out will slow you down. Now you pull the ripcord, and then you'll grab these with your toggle switch. And now you're behind him. And now instead of a in and out phase, it's an up and down. So this controls movement left to right, and it'll slower and go faster. So you're going to want to stay right behind the guy in the blue, and you're going to go through the gates. And that's basically it. For landing purposes, you're going to hold them both all the way down to this to make it slower. And you're going to want to land right in the target zone. And that concludes the demonstration.